102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
I'm about to whip somebody's arm.
And now, it's the Mike Calta Aftershow. With your host, Johnny B.
That's how smooth sailing from here on out. Shut up.
All the rap sounds. Good morning, everybody. It's Mike Calta Aftershow. I am Johnny B. It is 102.5 The Bone, just after 10 o'clock in the morning. It's Wednesday, baby. We're halfway through. It's hump day. It's so exciting. The weather couldn't be better. It's going to be, feels like 140 today. Hardly any rain. I know because Valerie Mills said it right here on this station. Low-key, super hot Valerie Mills, Fox 13. Check her out. She's like girl next door, like, hey, you wish you could talk to me, but she's probably married. But god damn. Another one that fits that description, my co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you're watching the Bones YouTube channel right now, good Lord. We're both wearing black today.
It's my favorite color.
Mine too.
In me and on me, you know?
Okie dokie. Well, look, we've already said you like all of them.
I do.
You like a Neapolitan.
Equal opportunity employer.
Same. When I was single,
Yeah. Well,
I've been through the gauntlet. I think the only race I did not date was like Indian.
okay.
Like like the other Indian, not Native American, the other Indians.
Oh.
Yeah. I think I did date it. Did I date a Native American?
I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say.
Oh, I did. You know why? Because I used to sing to her. Like I would go Cherokee, but not people. I would say the other word.
Good morning.
And
Happy hump day.
That is JoJo, everybody. Follow and interact with her on all social media. Joanne Petrella on everything. Johnny B. Tampa on everything. And we have a guest today.
Love it.
For the entire hour. This is one of my good buddies. I'm so excited to have him in here. He will be at the Visani Italian Steakhouse and Comedy Theater.
Great club.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
In Port Charlotte tonight through Saturday.
Yay.
You can buy tickets, and we'll tell you about all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you've seen him if you've been watching stand-up at all, especially in this area since the pandemic popped off. It's Steve Simone. What's up, buddy?
Dude, thank you for having me. This is fun.
I've wanted to have you on the show forever.
I know. I'm just so happy that it worked out. I was afraid to ask. The club was like,
What?
and then they were like, we're going to try to get you on Johnny B. I go, he's my buddy. Yeah, that would be awesome. That's not even radio. That's just fun.
Yeah, that's what I said. The same thing when Eric over there, he called me up and he's like, hey, man, you know Steve Simone? I go, that's my buddy.
Yeah, that's the first thing I
What
said.
are you talking about? Well, he's everybody's buddy, but he's like my real buddy. Like we really talk, So, no, it's super exciting. You're one of the funniest comedians out there, and that's not me just saying that about a buddy. I got buddies that suck at comedy, and I won't tell them they're good, but they're good people, and they're trying. But you are a murderer, dude.
Oh, dude.
I'm sorry to interrupt your sausage fest.
Oh my God.
You have something you need to do.
No, I don't. It's
It's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, suck it, JoJo.
God.
Yeah.
I'm the worst.
You are the worst.
I was going to say you're the worst. Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
Why do they have to change things? Why can't they just leave well enough alone?
You see this, guys? I'm holding it up to you. Look at it. Look at it. You could zoom in on it, screenshot it. That is a prep page.
Yeah, I know.
Daddy
But
does
sometimes
his
you
work.
get caught up. So I just was trying to look out for the listeners.
Well, you didn't. You didn't come off like you were looking out. You came off like, hey, you fat moron.
Well, not looking out for you. I was looking out for the listeners.
Hey, yeah, because they're more important?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And they're $1,000, which I thought was today, but it's not. It's tomorrow. Sorry.
I like to think they tune in for entertainment
Why
purposes.
wouldn't they just do it at the same times on the same days and give them money? Like, it's so stupid.
We weren't going to give them crap all summer.
Stupid.
But Mike Calta dug deep in his pocket
Well, whatever.
so that they can have his money twice a week.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, people.
Got it. Sorry, tomorrow.
I already know the word tomorrow. You want to say it now?
Sure.
Hell
Heads
no.
up, 7-Up.
I'm not going to do that.
All right.
Anyway.
Sorry, back to
It's not Sausage Fest. It's a comedy fest.
your love.
I do love this guy.
I know.
It's hard not
I
to.
see it in your eyes.
By the end of this hour, you're going to love him too. And
I
I'm
already
be like,
do.
I'm like, what's up with that sausage?
I love him already.
He's the best.
Yeah.
This feels like I had a good friend that lived in my neighborhood growing up, Bobby Cerrone. And I remember the first time I went over to his house, I met his sister, Antoinette Cerrone. And as soon as I walked in the door, she was like, Bobby, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm at the Cerrone's house right now.
Oh, good. Perfect.
Yeah, that was
That's
great.
what
You just gave him the business right out of the gate.
Have to.
Like I wasn't even here. I'm like, should I leave?
You feel like you're at home.
Oh, God,
Yeah,
no, please
exactly.
stay.
Now, you grew up in Philly, right? That area?
Suburbs, Delaware County, baby.
Yeah.
Delco.
It is crazy. I was talking about that with somebody the other day, like how many great comedians come out of that area.
It's unreal.
And I mean, musicians and stuff too. But when you think about like guys like Shane Gillis is kind of like from the
Who is
from
the
burbs.
guy right now?
Yes.
He is a murderer.
Oh, he can't lose. And Tyre season 2, I tell everybody, I go, I hate recommending TV shows because it turns people off and makes them not want to watch it.
Yes.
My wife especially. But I told her, I go, please watch season 2 because it's 5 times funnier than season 1.
100%. Because I didn't love season 1, but I was like,
It was
I'm
good.
gonna
I'll
watch
support
it.
anything Shane does.
Right.
I
So-
just love that dude.
Me too. So I was like, oh, I'll watch it. And I watched it, and there were a couple but there was a lot of moments in season 2 where I was audibly laughing.
Oh,
Where I was
pissing.
like, oh God, oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I love
awesome.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Yes.
And he's great. And he made me laugh out loud. Yeah, it was good. There was a lot of good cameos.
He's doing what Sandler did back in the day too, and he's like employing a bunch of comics, his friends.
Yes.
And that's what you should do when you get to come up.
100% so.
Because I know when you watch Tires and I watch Tires, being comedians for a long time, we're seeing people walk around in the background. You're like, oh,
Is that Tommy Pope?
you know what I'm saying?
it's
Yeah,
great.
like I know these people. This is so cool.
So awesome. I think that's the best thing about comedy. You can sort of just do that, hang out and get paid to
Yeah.
hang out with your friends.
It's the best, dude. I always look forward to seeing who I'm going to be working with. Like if I'm headlining and I don't pick my feature,
Yeah.
I kind of like not picking them sometimes because it's like a roll of the dice.
100%. It's a scratch off ticket.
Yeah.
Like, am I going to make a new buddy this weekend?
And
Yeah, it's
that's
great.
my same opinion. It's like I might get a new friend out of this, or I might hate somebody all weekend. We don't know.
You don't know.
That's fun.
Yeah, I like it. It's like skydiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
What's the difference? Because I think I kind of know for me, but I want to ask you, what's the difference when you vibe with a comic and don't vibe with a comic over the weekend?
I mean, it has to be really bad for it to be bad.
Yeah.
If I don't vibe with them, I'll just kind of keep my distance a little bit and stay professional.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like you're clocking in and clocking out. Sometimes you go, it feels like work this weekend.
I love the comics that they're just so excited to get to do it.
Yeah.
And it's not a competition. But one of the things I don't like is if I show up and they don't know who I am or whatever, they're like, I'm going to blow this dude off the stage.
Yeah.
But if it's somebody like, dude, isn't this great? We get to hang out and have laughs. I'm
And
like,
I think most
you're
people,
my kind of guy.
Most people are cool. That I think it's not that much. Some of the younger ones I think are a little big headed sometimes.
Yeah. I think comedy's a lot like jujitsu, where like if you stay in it long enough, you're going to get humbled and it's going to make you a better person.
Yeah, somebody's gonna choke you out.
Yeah. Comedy will do that.
Yeah. I like that too. I like sometimes I'll get booked to feature for like a TikToker, and their people will like come. They're coming into town and they'll say, "Hey, we need a guy, that's local that can, bring a few people and do actual stand up because my TikToker don't have that much time on stage." And then you get there and they're so arrogant and they're like, "Oh yeah, I got 2 million followers and blah blah blah."
That's almost how you know somebody hasn't been in the business a long time.
Yeah.
Right? Like if they're really cocky, you're like, what?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I used to work the door at the Comedy Store, and I have vivid memories where I remember when Chappelle came in, when the Chappelle show was on.
Yeah.
Like he was the biggest thing in the world. And he was the sweetest, most humble guy. Once Chris Rock was with Rick Rubin, and I'm working the back door, and they were like, "Hi, is it okay if we come in this entrance?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, you can do
Is
whatever
it
you want."
okay?
But then you would have like an open micer doing a show in the belly room, and they'd come in with an entourage.
Oh my God.
And then nobody would want to show me their ID. Somebody would not even be 21. They'd want to fight with me, and they're like, "I'm on the show, bro. I'll have your job."
Oh,
and I'm like,
boy.
"You don't even know where you are, man."
It's funny you say working the door at the Comedy Store. Could you hear about legendary comics that started out working the door at the Comedy Store?
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, Hinchcliffe, Kennison. I mean, a lot of people.
Dice.
Yeah, Dice started out being the door guy, like checking your ID.
That tracks.
Isn't that wild?
He looks like he would be about like a door guy.
Well, he played a bouncer in what was that Molly Ringwald movie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. God, she was so hot back in the day.
Was she?
She's still kind of hot.
Is
Yeah.
she?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think she's.
I was never into Molly
No.
Ringwald, but when I worked at Gold, I've had so many weird jobs. But I used to work at Gold's Gym in Venice, and I remember Molly Ringwald would come in.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. I'm like, I know who you are. Is Anthony Michael Hall hanging out?
I just assumed she was hot because she was basically, there was attempted date rape on her on every 80s movie I watched, you know?
I mean, I feel like that was
Let's get Molly
I'm
Ringwald.
Farmer
of
Ted. I'm
that
king of the
time
dorks.
that time frame. But I don't. She's like cute. I don't think she's like pretty.
Yeah, she gave Anthony Michael Hall her panties, you know?
That was such a great
Well, that
scene.
sounds like she'd be freaky. Those redheads, you know.
I heard somebody say that a few months ago. We were talking about 80s movies, and they were like, yeah, 16 Candles would be canceled immediately right now. And I go, that's so sad to even
That is-
hear that.
Dude, John
So
Hughes
many things
movies.
No.
So good.
I'm like,
So good.
I'm like, besides the date rape, what was wrong with it? They're like, Long Duck Dong. I go, that guy was a funny character. Come on.
The
Come
80s
on.
were the best.
It was the best. So growing up in the Philly area, did you have interactions with some of these guys? Because I know Big J's from the area.
Okay, it's so interesting because last night, like I've been blessed. We were just talking about military dudes. I have a friend of mine that's just retired from the Green Berets.
Oh wow.
He did 20 years. The guy's a real life G.I. Joe. And it was just like God connected us. Like he knew that my buddy Tate that used to be Rogan's bodyguard and whatever. And then he's got a nonprofit called 50 for the Fallen. So I'm like, whatever I can do to help
Love
you guys.
it. Yeah.
But Chad is he's a real comedy nerd. He's the only person I've ever met that loved comedy the way a comedian does.
Right.
Like we get into it and we live it and we were just doing Comedy Store stories last night. And I'm like, what a crazy ride it's been.
Yeah.
And even before I got to the Comedy Store, I remember there was a comedy club on South Street in Philly called the Laugh House. I bombed so hard at an open mic there. I'm like, I quit. It was just so soul crushing that I'm like, I'm done. I have a great job with the Eagles. I don't need to do comedy. But like, you know how that bug gets you? You're like an addict.
Yeah.
And I remember the following week, I didn't perform, but I'm like, let me just go hang out. And there was a comedian who was the nicest guy in the world to me that gave me a pep talk and got me to come back the following week to perform. And his name at the time was Little Kev.
Oh,
And it
boy.
was Kevin Hart. I did open mics in
Wild.
Philly with Kevin Hart, and Big J used to he was the king of the open micers.
Yeah.
Big J used to do a bit where he'd strip down to a G-string. That was his closer.
What?
That was his closer.
Oh, my
It was
God.
before he had developed that sort of like storytelling, crowd work, cool guy persona. He was just like a big, silly comic.
Yeah, I did a week with him at Off the Hook.
But he's a master.
A few years ago. I took the gig because it was him. I had
Mm-hmm.
Captain Brian got a hold of me. He goes, hey, do you want to feature for the week? You know, Wednesday through. He goes, I'll headline you Wednesday and headline you Sunday, and then the rest you'll feature. And I said, for who? Because that's a long way down there, you know.
Yeah.
And he goes, Big J Okerson. I go,
I'm in.
done. Because at the time I was on nights here. So I'd have to get the whole week covered. I go, done. I don't care. They can fire me. I'm going to work with Big J because he's one of these guys I've always idolized. And we have similar paths, kind of like Ralphie, to where
God rest his
we,
soul.
I know, we're one of those where the comedians got shoehorned into urban shows in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what Big J, like, first time I saw him.
Yeah, that's what the Laugh House was. Because when
Right.
I got started comedy, that was the only stand-up scene still going.
Right.
It was after the 80s boom. The only thing that was sort of before social media, the only niche that was really going was the Def Jam niche.
Right.
And then the blue collar niche came up. And then Dane Cook did his thing with MySpace.
Right.
And then boom, podcasting, social media.
Yeah.
And then it started, and then the Rogan tree grew and saved comedy.
Yeah, and the first time I saw Big J was on Def Comedy, and he was great. And I talked to him about it later, and he goes, "Oh God, I sucked so bad that night. I was so cringe." And I go, "Dude, you were awesome." And to do that crowd, that's almost like doing the Apollo, you know, to do that crowd and do well. And yeah, for some reason, the same thing. When I started, I was also, you know, almost 500 pounds, so people were just thinking I was, and it was like right around the same time Ralphie went on Last Comic. I started,
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I started right before, like several months before 9/11s when I started doing comedy.
Wow.
So, like, everybody's just like, and you know, I had a little bit of an urban flair to me. I grew up in the inner city in Tampa, but I wasn't like one of these guys walking around like, you know, trying to act all hood and everything. But I remember asking, you know, a booker, you know, at the Improv, I go, hey, man, why am I only doing urban shows? And he goes, oh, because you're not afraid of the crowds. And I go, then I'm obviously not afraid of the white ones. Put me with. Yeah, because I wanted to work with Bert Kreischer one weekend, and they put somebody else there.
I think that's kind of how comedy's evolved, though, over the last 20 years. Like, it really was. It used to just be niches. You had the alternative scene, the urban scene, the Latin. At Comedy Store even used to just have nights.
Yeah.
Where it was like Fat Tuesday.
I hosted Fat Tuesday, PHAT. I was the only white guy on the bill, and I would host it. And then I remember I got to work with Gary Owens, and he was like, he was a white host of Comic View.
100% so.
And we talked, we had drinks and talked for like 2 hours on that one night. And he's like, man, so you're the fat Gary Owen. And I'm like, yeah, that's me, man. The Tampa version. Yeah, that's it. Black people love us.
Isn't it cool that like you could just start at an open mic and before you know it, you're working with all these people you saw on TV and then they become your friends? Like that's what, when I was talking to Chad last night, I'm like, just take that first step. Like, if people knew, just go to an open mic. Like, if you told me 25 years ago that guys I was doing open mics with would be the biggest comedians in the world, that's crazy.
It is
an
wild.
open mic in Philly to go bomb in front of 30 people.
And
you just don't quit.
I see the guys you hang out with, and it blows my mind. It's like, I almost get FOMO because, or if that's even the right way of putting it, because I stopped working the road when my son was 7 years old so that I could stay home and be a dad.
That's 1,000 times more important.
No, absolutely. I don't regret it, but there's some times where I go, man, where could I have been if I would have just kept working the road, if I would have moved to New York or L.A.? Like, could I have been something, bigger or better? I don't know, but at the same time, I have a 25-year-old kid that's amazing.
That's everything. He's
doing well. He has a great career and all that, so it was worth it. But I still kept going in the Southeast, and I've been doing comedy and radio and everything else. But man, you posted a picture from I don't know if it was from the store or the mothership, but it was just like you and Norton and Hinchcliffe.
Oh, that was at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, that's right.
That was backstage at Kill Tony.
Oh my God!
And when they asked me to be in the picture, I started laughing because I never wanted to be that guy in the picture nobody knew. You know what I mean? Like when you go to a comedy club, you're like, there's Jim Carrey, Sam Kinison.
Right.
And is that guy there to fix the toilet? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was just so humbled and honored because everybody in that picture was my friend.
But they all love you. Ari, all these guys love you. They know you, because you're like the club's comic. Like everybody knows Steve Simone.
Yeah, I sometimes just get blown, like, because I'm a comedy fan first and foremost.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. And I remember when the Comedy Store had its glory years. Like, when I started at the Comedy Store, there were nights there was when I say no audience, nobody would show up. There were a few nights where the rule used to be, Mitzi said you couldn't start a show unless you had 6.
Right.
And then it was 4. Then it was 2. And there was one night I remember not one person walked through the door.
That is wild.
And it went from that to literally the coolest place on earth.
Did you watch the show I'm Dying Up Here?
I did not. I saw like 1 or 2 episodes on a plane once.
Yeah.
Couldn't get into it.
I
wanted to. I wanted to love it, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder if every TV show is this bad for whatever subculture I'm like,
It wasn't great, but I wondered if it wasn't great because they were trying to follow like this, path of how the Comedy Store was in the 70s. Brad Garrett was playing this, this character. Andrew Santino had a huge part.
Yeah, the only thing I remember is I remember seeing it because like I said, it was 2 episodes on a plane. I remember Eric Griffin killing a scene in a bath. I'm like, dude, Eric Griffin can act.
Yeah, dude.
And I love Santino. Like, I've been buddies with Santino since he was we were both open micers.
Isn't that wild, dude?
Crazy.
We're talking to Steve Simone. If you're just tuning in, he's going to be at Vasani. Vasani is not only a great comedy club, it's one of the best restaurants in Florida.
I can't wait.
It's insane, dude. So it's actually called Vasani Italian Steakhouse and Comedy Theater.
Mangia bene. Let's eat.
If you're ever in Port Charlotte, it's the castle. You drive down
so cool
Kings Highway, and it's right there. You go, well, is that a castle? But it's got killers there every weekend. You're going to be there tonight through Saturday, the 21st. Tickets are available. You can go. Vasani.net is an easy way to find it. Click on the ticket links. You'll see it there. I'm there, a couple times a year at least. I love that place. And you got to go see Steve. And you got one of your proteges featuring all week.
I can't wait.
I'm excited for Mark.
Mark Bennett, baby.
Oh, he's going to love that big-ass stage.
Yeah.
He is a handsome man. He looks like he should be in Nashville, like touring or something.
He does. He
Yeah.
looks like a country music singer.
He really does. Grab tickets. Go see Steve Simone. Even if you're going to see me, I'll be at the Snappers tonight and tomorrow.
That's another great club.
Yeah, and it's in Fort Myers, so you can see me one night, see Steve one night. You get back-to-back. You get Johnny B and Steve, back-to-back nights. Oh, and to support live comedy. We'll take a break. When we come back, we do a little thing in June, Steve, called the Gay of the Day, where I pick one gay person that I love, and we will honor them. I think you might know the person, Steve, when I come back. I hope you know this person. We'll do it when we come back, and we'll continue to talk with Steve Simone. I'm here. JoJo's here. Our guest is comedian Steve Simone at Vasani all weekend. Starting tonight, you can go see him in Port Charlotte. This is the Mike Calta After Show.
It's the Mike Calta After Show on 102.5 The Bone. It's the Mike Calta Show. Featured cut of the day. Sponsored by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. The Mike Calta Show. Download the free Bone app. 102.5 The Bone.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Power up with big savings from Hawkins Service Company this June. Get free surge protection when you spend over $250 on electrical service. You need generator maintenance? You're in luck. It's $50 off this month. Or go big, get $500 off a whole home Generac generator with install. Don't wait until the next storm hits. These offers are good through June 30th only. Call Hawkins today at 813-445-8209 or always online at HawkinsServiceCO.com. Hawkins, one call, handles it all.
The bigger, better, faster summer event is on at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get deals on over 1,000 vehicles in stock during the Employee Pricing Plus event. Save up to $15,000 on new 2025 models, and your first 3 payments are on us. And don't forget to visit our website and enter for your chance to win a new Ram 1500. It's all happening at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S., Jerry Ohm. Tampa is Ohm Country. Online at jerryohm.com. Call 1-800-840-0798 for complete details.
Tight on cash? Say less. McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Indulging your sweet tooth or craving something savory? Tired of the same old, same old? Pick from your favorites like a creamy vanilla cone for $1.50 or a small frappe like rich caramel or chocolatey mocha for just $3.50. Quick snack breaks to late night cravings and everything in between. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, when you eat McDonald's fries, you're home. Day or night, rain, shine, good day or bad, there's something about golden, crispy, medium fries that feels like everything is going to be okay. And now I can get them for free when I spend $1 on any order in the McDonald's app. A deal so good, might as well pair with a classic quarter pounder with cheese or the iconic Big Mac. Get a little taste of home with Mickey D's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 7/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a week. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
Good Greek Moving and Storage is going to make your next move smooth and easy. They offer full packing and unpacking, packing supplies if you want to do it yourself, debris and junk removal. Good Greek can also be used during storms, renovations, and more. Auto transport if you're shipping a car. All moving related services, and everything is done in-house. This is the world's only full-service relocation company. Go to goodgreek.com to set them up today.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
It's officially time for Zero Res's annual summer sale. Take advantage and get 15% off all cleaning services. That's 15% off carpet, air ducts, area rugs, and more. Mention my name, Galvin, to secure this deal today or book online at ZeroResTampaBay.com.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Raise a Big Daddy mug this summer at Hooters. Bud and Bud Light Big Daddies for just $6 or Mick Ultra for $6.50. Big beers, better deals, only at Hooters. 11 locations in Tampa Bay. Go to originalhooters.com for one near you.
If you've been hurt in an accident, call Bernetti PA. We make it easy. In fact, you can hire us by phone, over the internet, or we'll come to you. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Hi, I'm Patrick Thomas.
And I'm Heather Thomas from Bolt Electric, where we believe that the right way is the only way to do home electrical.
We believe the National Electrical Code is really the minimum standard, not the maximum standard.
We believe you deserve better electrical parts and better service.
We believe in ongoing training for our electricians.
Because there's no end to learning and improving.
Because at Bolt, we believe your safety is our core priority. Electrical problem? Call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun Toyota.com. This is Fox 13's Valerie Mills from the Sky Tower Weather Center. Plenty of sunshine and lots of heat through the day Wednesday, with only spotty showers and storms developing later this afternoon and evening. With coverage running around 30%, it's going to be a dry day for most of us, with highs reaching into the low 90s along the coast, mid-90s inland, and with high humidity, it's going to be feeling closer to the low 100s, with lows tonight in the mid and upper 70s and a few more storms in the mix later this week.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to the Mike Calta After Show.
Mike Calta After Show, 10:28 in the morning. It's Wednesday. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. I'm Johnny B. That lady over there is JoJo.
Hi, it's me.
Hi. Are you getting more followers on Instagram?
I am.
I feel like it's clicked down a little bit for me lately. Like when I first started mornings, it was like boom, like 200 more people a day.
I think most of them just want to see the video.
Did y'all get enough likes on the John Sinning show?
I don't know.
Our Sinning show, I'm sorry.
I think so.
Really? So it was up to like they needed what, 5,000 in order?
I think they said 1,000, but I think we have a couple thousand between Facebook and the Insta.
And it's a video of your hams?
I guess.
Okay. I'm in.
I mean, I don't guess. I know. Yes.
I slapped a like on it.
Thank you.
Trying to help out
I thought you were going to say
people.
slap my ass.
I mean,
like,
how many likes we got for that?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wild. Funny.
Yeah, well, I'm excited about it. Steve Simone, go slap a like on that, will you? So we can
Absolutely.
see the video.
Dude, can we just talk for a second how great that 38 Special song is?
So
though?
good.
It's so good.
good.
What happened to me? Because not only musically is it excellent, but it's like a vehicle of joy.
Yes, dude.
Like as I'm hearing 38, I'm just like, yeah,
We're
life's
dancing.
worth living.
Yeah.
What happened to the 80s? What happened to that sense of joy?
I'll play 38 Special for like a 25-year-old, and I go, "What do you think?" And they go, "This is amazing."
Amazing.
Yeah.
I played Hold On Loosely for one of my openers. And I go,
don't let go.
You know what I mean?
So good.
They were awesome. And like musically, they were really, really good.
Killed it.
They were just here not too long ago. I couldn't go to the show.
I would pay good money to see
Yeah.
38 Special.
I think they were at like the Baycare Sound, right?
Yes.
And I was booked. That's the thing that sucks sometimes about being a comic because I want to see.
Yeah, and you're working.
Yeah. They're here on a Friday, and if I'm not working a Friday, I suck.
Dude, did you ever play the old Punchline in Atlanta before they moved it?
No.
Oh, dude, legendary room.
I know.
Incredible. But there was a comic from, he was like, you go into the town. He's one of the local dudes. He was so cool. His name was Jason Barnes. And 38 Special, Leonard Skinner, they were like all of his uncles.
Wow.
And I remember he was like, dude, I was a 3-4-year-old kid, and I was so happy to be drinking a Coca-Cola backstage. And they're like, don't spill it. Don't spill it. And he spilled it all over the Freebird piano as the curtain's coming up. They're grabbing him. So cool.
He's destined to be a comic with that kind of stuff
100%.
happening.
38 Special. I forgot that song existed.
You're welcome.
You guys just hit me with an arrow of joy.
You're welcome. You'll be listening to the Spotify
I
channel
can't
all
wait
day.
to get to the car to this rock out.
This guy is so cute. I love him.
He's the best.
He's the best.
I'm telling you,
38
man.
Special is the best.
You're
but
the
this
best.
is pretty
you just
good.
hit me with an arrow of joy.
Right? Like Cupid's like, oh, you want to be miserable today? You're doom scrolling about World War III? Relax. 38
funny.
Special still exists.
JoJo, next time he is at like Side Splitters or somewhere.
Oh, yes, I
in-
would love to.
You have to go because Steve just tells.
I'll leave my kid in the car. I don't care.
You can bring her.
Dude, I don't curse at all.
He's a clean comic.
Why?
Well, it's a long story.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I'm like,
not that
why am I
encourage it.
embarrassed? Okay, so it was like a couple things led to it. I recorded an album, my first album, and there wasn't a lot of bad words on it, but there was just enough where my mom was like kind of embarrassed to play it for her friends. And then I'm Catholic, and every year I think about what I'm going to give up for Lent.
Yes,
and I
same.
think about it.
Yes.
I really I'm like, how can I get closer to God? And God was like, give up cursing on stage. And I was so scared to do it. And then, because it was like my crutch.
Yeah.
And then I did it. And I'm like, oh, wait, I don't need to do this. And the thing that I take as a compliment is people don't think of me as a clean comic.
No.
They don't go, oh, he's a clean comic. But then, like, when I was in Denver back at Christmas, and they have a great local comedy scene, you talk about meeting features.
Right.
And this kid worked with me 2 nights in a row, and he goes, dude, do you curse when you're on stage? I'm like, no, it's all PG. He goes, I watched you 4 times, and it just dawned on me
Yeah.
that this guy, because I'm not like, hey, guys, guess who's the nerdy Christian? I don't do that.
Yeah.
I just go out there, and I'm like, I don't need to curse. I don't need to do it.
Yeah, I learned that I was able to not by doing radio.
Right.
Right. And then you realize you don't need it.
I mean, I like it. I feel like it kind of hits
Cathartic.
Well, yeah, and sometimes it just really emphasizes what I'm feeling, or you know what I mean. So,
Yeah, I
but
get
then also having a kid, I've substituted a lot of those words for other words.
Yeah, and
because-
that's what changed my career. I did
Yeah.
a clean album, and I dedicated it to my mom. And they started to play it on the clean comedy radio stations.
Right, yeah.
And then I started to get booked for stuff. And then we were talking about, like, all my friends are like the really good comics, but their fans will come see me and they're like, dude, I can actually play you
Yes.
in the car with my kids.
Yeah.
When are you going to drop another CD? Like, it's 1989. They're like, dude, can you give us more audio
I mean,
content?
it is better for booking. It's the best. Like if you're really funny, and I agree. I don't like those holier than thou guys.
No.
It's like I'm a clean comic. They put it on their posters and all that.
No.
I like the ones that just do it and they're just funny. Like Nate Bargatze's not going around saying I'm a clean
No.
comic.
Yeah.
Ron Hortman locally, he's not going around.
He's great.
He's amazing, and
Yeah.
you would never say, "Oh, that guy's only works. He's a clean."
And then in the same breath, I hate when it's so much, when
Yeah.
people curse so much.
Oh,
and they
it-
say, I'm like, oh God, like, do we say anything other than the F word?
I have to
Like,
lecture my openers all the time.
Yeah,
I was going to
like,
say
it's-
young comics do
Yeah.
that all the time. It's like they forget they're in public.
Yeah,
it's a
every other
crutch.
word, and you're like, ugh.
Ugh.
Just tell me a story. I don't need all.
You
of-
don't need it.
Yeah. Like I can do.
I was guilty of that as a young comic.
Oh, sure. It is a crutch, and I do. People sometimes consider me a dirty comic, but it's more the context of the material I'm doing. But I also have different levels in my sets because I like to work as much as possible.
Yeah.
And I don't have to be filthy. I'm doing radio.
Right.
I would be fired in a minute.
Right.
And I know how to like fly close to the sun without getting burned a lot.
That's a skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and dude,
That's his whole separate skill.
I love that I've developed that through radio. But I feel like a lot of bookers are turned off. They're like, I don't want to work. Johnny, the guy does down and dirty shows and all that. But I can go work. Vasani, I work it all the time. That's a PG room.
I'm so excited that place exists.
It's awesome. Yeah. And you're going to murder there. Absolutely murder. Because you're a storyteller, and that's my favorite kind of comedy.
Oh, the best.
Like you tell stories about your childhood that are so hysterical, the way you're so animated on stage. I'm telling you, Joj.
Oh, it's a craft the way he can tell us. I literally just sitting in my head. I'm like a tennis match.
You're going to need to wear like a diaper when you go see this guy. I'm telling you, he's that funny.
Okay.
If anybody goes out and sees him at Vasani this weekend, you're gonna call me up next week and be like, dude, thank you so much for telling me about Steve Simone.
Yeah, I want to tell you guys this too. If you're in the storytelling, Ari Shafir, we just filmed. He's bringing back that This Is Not Happening.
I love it.
Oh.
Dude. The stories, first off, Jim Brewer, probably the most, I don't know how somebody that famous could be considered underrated.
I know.
But he's one of the greatest. He might be on my Mount Rushmore of stand-up comics.
Wow, yeah.
Because he's clean, physical, like everything, every tool a comedian, like if he was a baseball player, he's a 5-tool player. He's got speed, he can hit, he's got a club. So Brewer killed it. Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
It was Shane Gillis and he told 2 stories. One of them was the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. The funniest story I've ever heard in my life. Segura killed it. Bargatze did it.
Yeah, Jesus.
Dude, like it was Murderer's Row, and they're going to release it, I think, in spring of 26.
Oh, my God. That's too long.
Wait that long?
It's too long, man.
Because I think Ari has to go leave the country and live out of a backpack in South America for 4 months.
Yeah, I'm getting so old now when I hear stuff like, oh, it's going to be November of 2027. I'm like, I might not be here for that.
Dude.
You know?
Dude,
it's horrible.
Gillis and Dan Soder told football stories.
I love Soder,
and
too.
it was
I do too.
oh, dude, he is his Andre the Giant.
Oh my God,
impression of he's the greatest thing.
All of
ever.
his impressions are so good.
Do you ever hear his woke Rodney Dangerfield?
Yes!
It's the funniest thing.
Hey, I'll tell you, women don't get the rights.
Yeah, so great,
funny, dude. Yeah,
dude, that's what I love about being a comedian. Like, it's not about like I know some comics that like if they go to a comedy show, they're like, "Can I get on stage?" I'm like, "Can I? I can't believe I get to sit in the audience."
Yes, dude.
And these are my buddies.
You know what is so crazy to me is when you say like nothing. How do you keep coming up with new stuff? You know what I mean? Like, oh, whether it's about women or I don't know, like the content and the just different, I guess, different takes on different things. But you would think that you would run out of like
Material?
like situations. You know what I mean? Because
Great question. I want to hear what Steve has to say about this. Like your writing process is what you're saying. Like, how does this material come up?
in a new way.
Yeah.
Like it's all been done before. So to, not be taking from somebody else.
Okay,
but
this is great. Okay.
it's yours.
One of my
And
favorite
it's still
things
funny.
in life is to mentor young comics. Because I don't have a lot of tangible skills. Like, I don't know how to do it, but I know how to do comedy. That's why I'm so excited that I get to bring Mark Bennett for this feature gig this weekend. Because his son, Tristan, teaches me jujitsu, right?
Ooh, nice.
Right? So, and I just wanted to get, I don't want the coach to murder me. And I'm like, well, if I'm nice to the coach, this will be an easier process.
Yeah.
And he started to talk to me about his dad and how much his dad loves comedy and how his dad literally got engaged on stage at a Theo Vaughn show.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, there are people that love comedy, and then there's people that love it so much they should be comedians.
Right.
So I said, you sure your dad doesn't want to be a comedian? Turns out it's the guy's dream.
Oh my God.
That blue-collar dude spent 20 years taking care of his family, postponing his dream. It was one of those dreams he was even afraid to verbalize to people. And I went, I can help your dad. Like, that's one thing I can do. And
I can just see you two getting all excited, like, I can help your dad.
Right.
yeah,
Freaking out. Yeah.
Awesome. And it started at the Comedy Store because that was such a scary place to say, I'm going to put my name on the list and try to do this, that I knew, dude, it's so scary to even just go after your dream.
Yeah.
And then stand-up is a horrible process because you bomb for years.
Yeah, and you're hanging around degenerates.
Right. So one of the things I would love to do is I would start to mentor guys at the Comedy Store. And the first thing I would show them was Mitzi Shore. Now, guys, Mitzi Shore is the godmother of comedy.
Oh, yeah.
The first talent she really helped cultivate was Richard Pryor. So you start with the guy that reinvented stand-up, all because of Mitzi Shore and the Comedy Store. So starting with Richard Pryor, all the way up to everybody you're watching on Kill Tony, because Tony is the epitome of a Comedy Store guy. So what I would do is if somebody wanted to do comedy, I'd take them through a tour of the building, explain the different stages, the whole process from open mic through main room Saturday night spot. And then I would show them, because Mitzi's philosophy on stand-up is literally painted on the wall, and everybody walks by it. They don't notice it.
Oh.
And when you buy a ticket for the original room, we have what we call the cover booth. And it's like you're looking at the guy in the cover booth. You're not looking what's painted underneath him.
Got it.
And this is what it's a Mitzi Shore quote that says, Sunday night is potluck night, meaning anybody with the desire can have 3 minutes on stage. That doesn't mean you need to be funny in 3 minutes, but you need to be you. So to your point, yeah, it's all been done before, but you haven't been done before.
Okay.
And one of the things that saved me was, like, I would stand in awe of somebody like an Anthony Jeselnik that can just write jokes.
Yeah.
There was an open micer who quit comedy, but I think he writes for comedians now. We used to call him the joke machine, Mark Muley. He could just write jokes.
Oh, yeah.
What I decided to do, it was very tough because you trying to learn how to tell stories at 3-minute open mics is nearly impossible, because by the time you're connected to the audience, you have to leave. But once I learned how to tell a story, which is just like learning how to speak Italian, or so it's like learning a foreign language. But once you learn how to tell a story, then your whole life can become material.
Yeah,
That's
my son brought a bunch of his college friends to a theater show I did.
Awesome.
And I did.
How cool did you feel?
Oh my God, dude!
Dude, that's the best.
Sold
Right?
out show, and then I did probably 20 minutes about him.
Aw.
Yeah, well, I do a lot of material about him, because growing up as a single dad, that's what it was coming at me left and right all the time, and I like the story tell also. And it was so funny. I mean, you elaborate on these stories. I mean, they're 70% true, and then you kind of,
the exaggeration, you melt a couple stories together.
Yeah, you got to make it funnier, Yeah. And I remember we're doing like the meet and greet afterwards, and his buddies are coming up, and I see this look of pride in my son's face, and I'm trying not to well up over it. And and one of his friends goes, "How much of that was true that you said about Zane on stage?" And my son looks down and he goes, "It's all true. Even the stuff about my mom, and I'm not proud of that."
That's awesome.
I was like, that's awesome, man. Yeah.
Like, I feel for me, like, I love, joking around and all of that. And I can tell a story, but to me, it's like the pressure of it, right? Like, I could never be a salesperson, because knowing that my paycheck depends on that, or, me selling a certain amount of something or bringing in. So for me, that pressure is like so daunting. But I could be like, oh my God, this lipstick that I got, you have to try it. It's amazing. It's the best thing you're ever going to have.
Like Tommy Boy with the wings.
Yes,
You're
yes.
like, I didn't care if I got the wings.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
But so it's so impressive that you can get up there with the amount of pressure.
Yeah.
Because you have to be funny. You can't not be funny. That's what you're there for.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to let go of that. Like,
I know.
I was so blessed. Like, I'm a huge Kevin James fan, right?
Me too.
And there used to be a show on MTV in the 90s. It was called the Half Hour Comedy Hour.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome.
It launched a lot of
Rogan did
people.
it.
Yeah.
Sandler did it. And I remember falling in love with, Kevin James had just graduated open mics at that point.
Yeah.
And his comedy, like, I'm like, this is the funniest guy ever.
Yeah.
How do you guys not know Kevin James? Because I was a comedy nerd.
Right.
And I saw him interviewed in the mid-90s. It was before the sitcom, before the movies. And he talked about, that dude's like essentially a winner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. But that dude was like a star athlete, a great student. And he said that when he decided to do stand-up comedy, nobody thought he was crazy. Everybody was like, dude, you're so funny.
Yeah.
You've been successful at everything you've done. He goes, yeah, you should do it. If anybody should do comedy, you should do it, Kevin. And he talked about how he struggled for years. And it just never happened. And then he said, like, the depression of it all caught up with him.
Yeah.
And he was like, I stopped caring whether they laughed or not.
Huh.
He goes, I would just go out on, because everybody for the last 8 years was telling me how famous I should be. It never happened. And he was like, I just went out on stage and didn't care as much. And he was like, the second he goes, I didn't bomb again.
Isn't that
Because I
wild?
had shows that weren't great, but I didn't bomb again. and you kind of have to like
like
I got booed off stage once by 2,000 people. It was horrible, but also liberating. It was the greatest thing ever.
I bombed like crickets for 25 minutes opening up for Mark Maron, and his crowd could not have hated me more. I heard people in the kitchen talking and stuff. It was really bad. We're talking to Steve Simone. He is headlining tonight through Saturday at Visani Italian Steakhouse and Comedy Theater in Port Charlotte. We know it as the Castle and the Biz. You can get tickets. Go to Visani.net and grab those. We got one more short segment when we come back. We'll take your phone calls because they're lighting up. People want to chime in. We only got a few minutes of talk time left. An hour flies by so fast.
Can I give a shout out to my buddy Bill listening? He's a huge fan of you guys. What's up, Bill? I know you're listening, dude.
I love you so.
Oh, great song.
Thank you.
What happened to music? Another classic.
I want to be on the radio all day with Steve Simone. We'll be right back with a few more minutes. This is the Mike Calta After Show.
It's the Mike Calta After Show on 102.5 The Bone. Let's have some summer fun in the summer sun, Bone fam. It's the Neutral Summer of Music, presented by Neutral. Win tickets to some of the summer's biggest shows, like Thomas Rhett, Katy Perry, Jason Aldean, and more. Plus, score Neutral summer gear, including hats and coolers. Scan the QR code at participating Florida Circle K's, Miller's Ale House, or at the Blind Goat in Tampa to enter. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Visit theboneonline.com for more details.
School is out and summer is here. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Honda your first stop and drive a new Honda Pilot $479 per month or a new Honda Accord Hybrid just $359 per month. Test drive your new Honda today at Crown Honda, online at crownhonda.com. The better way to buy and service. Call 800-509-4942 for complete details.
We love telling you about Win Derby at Derby Lane, an institution in Pinellas County right on Gandy Boulevard. It's like walking back into the good old days of table games. You got $5 minimums at some of the tables. They've got appetizers coming by every few hours and free cocktails while you're playing.
Yeah, it's real simple and real fun. You can play Ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-card poker, Mississippi Stud, and I Love Suits. And if you don't know what beats what, just look up the poker hand rankings on the mural. It'll give you a little guidance.
I got to say, I am somebody who's not played a bunch of poker in my life. So being able to look up at this amazing, a very beautiful mural, if I may say so myself, that breaks down everything. Royal flush, straight flush, 4 of a kind, full house, straight. I can be a genius even if I'm really not. You've got to check out Win Derby at Derby Lane.
Great place to host your next event, too. If you have an office party or a bunch of friends getting together, head on out to the legendary Derby Lane. You can all win some money, have a great time, and walk out of there with more money in your pockets than you walked in with. It is the legendary Derby Lane.
Jersey College is a nursing school where faculty know how to give you the resources and support you need with encouragement and real connection.
Hi, my name is Ebony, and I'm a graduate of Jersey College. I felt like Jersey College truly cared about me. This experience was a life changer for me. It's a great feeling. You have to try. Don't doubt yourself. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Classes are enrolling now at our campuses in Tampa, Largo, Brooksville, Naples, and Port Charlotte. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back
back. If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RADIO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RADIO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RADIO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Have you ever taken your family to dinner and been shocked at how expensive the bill was? Or gone to the doctor and been surprised by a large bill that was sent to you later in the mail? There is over $22 trillion in U.S. tax-deferred retirement accounts like the IRA and 401k. So do you know how much you will owe in taxes on those accounts in the future? Hi, I'm Rebecca Walser, principal of Walser Wealth Management and a tax attorney. And right now, I want you to think about how much you've saved in your own deferred retirement accounts, whether it's $250,000 or more. Guess what? That is not all of your money. You will have to pay those taxes in retirement as you withdraw it when you have no income. At Walser Wealth, we created a retirement tax bill calculator to show you what you will pay in future taxes on your accounts, and it's free for you to use. Go to mytaxtest.com. Knowledge is only power when it's followed by action. Knowing your future taxes, we can show you strategies that might help you lower them and lower your tax burden overall in the future. For now, use our free tax calculator, mytaxtest.com, mytaxtest.com.
NASCAR lives right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ohm.
This week, the NASCAR Cup Series heads to the tricky triangle of Pocono Raceway. The summer stretch intensifies. It's the Great American Getaway 400, presented by VisitPA.com.
Race Day Sundays, where NASCAR lives in Tampa Bay. Right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ohm Jeep Ram, #1 in the country. Now, back to the Mike Calta After Show.
Welcome back to Mike Calta After Show, 10:51 in the morning. We got a few more minutes with you fine folks before we turn you over to JP with Monica and Dizzy. I'm here. JoJo is here.
Here.
Maybe the last time this week, right?
Maybe.
I don't know. You're going to be here tomorrow.
I don't know.
I think you should be here for Juneteenth. Like, I think you're taken away from black people if you're not here. Everybody loves you, including black people.
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln didn't free the slaves so that you could take a day off.
You're going to have the most amazing black person with you tomorrow.
He is one of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. The great Ian Beckles.
Maybe I will have to come in and say hi to him.
You have to.
And also Chachi.
What if I bring you food?
What kind of food?
I don't know. You
doesn't
know,
matter.
I making food.
It doesn't even matter what kind.
I might have some oxtails laying around. You never know. You never know.
Or if maybe we go to lunch then.
Ooh, perfect.
I'll think about it.
Done. Steve Simone is here.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, guys.
One of my favorite comedians of all time. He is at the Vasani.
He might be one of my favorite people of all time now.
Time out. Let's bring back that bumper. You're killing me with this bumper. That was more audio Prozac. Huey Lewis in the news. Like, you can't be in a bad mood.
I know what you like. I know how to read the room.
Oh, it's so good, dude.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Tomorrow with Ian, it'll be like Wu-Tang, and stuff like that. And he'll be like, I like it, Playboy. No, actually, Ian loves like some old rock stuff. Like, you wouldn't think Ian Beckles is a big offensive guard, big dude, but he loves yacht rock. He loves
the best.
old heavy metal, stuff and everything else. He likes it all, but he does it. Phone lines are open if you'd like to hop in for the last couple of minutes with us at 800-771-1025. See Steve Simone tonight through Saturday at Vasani in Port Charlotte, Vasani.net for tickets. You could also see me at Snappers in Fort Myers. If you're way further south, I'll be down there tonight and tomorrow, and you can get tickets half price right now if you use promo code HALF. Look at that. You see Johnny on the cheap. Either way, you got great options in Southwest Florida tonight. Let's grab the phone calls. You're on the Mike Calta After Show. Who the hell are you?
Hi, me.
Hi, you.
Yes, my name is Amy. I'm sure Mike Calta would actually appreciate this phone call off the air. Can you write down my number and have him call me when he's done?
Oh, sure. What the hell? Mike Calta After Show. How can I help
you don't want to ask any follow-up questions?
No.
JoJo, if you're going to sling that thing around like flapjacks, you might as well do OnlyFans. All right? Let everybody else benefit
Would
from
you
this
subscribe
situation.
to her the way I subscribe
whore.
to your sister? That dirty. Oh,
Did he call me a whore?
I heard the word whore, but I think maybe
Well,
he
that's
said
rude.
I don't. Yeah, that would you over the top, buddy. Over the top. You do
Inaccurate, but
Yeah.
appreciate your faith in me
Say
and my
it to her-
OnlyFans page.
Say it to her face, brother. All right. What a jerk off, dude. Follow Steve Simone on all social media, also at Steve Simone. I forgot to say it, but I'm sure you're already doing it. It's pretty easy. At
Comedy.
Steve Simone.
Comedy.
What? Is it Steve Simone Comedy?
On Instagram, yeah.
Son of a bitch. Steve Simone. But if you
I
type
was already looking him up, and I was like, it's not just that.
well, if you type in Steve Simone, it just
Okay, I'm
finishes
just
it.
saying.
I'm saying too. All right, I was looking at his ex. All right, his Twitter. It's Steve Simone.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Johnny B. Tampa and everything. It used to be Johnny B. Comedy, but then I lost my blue checks when Elon bought X, and I had the old legacy blue check, and I don't want to pay for it.
I don't blame you.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, so I was because I wanted to change everything to Johnny B. Tampa across the board to be uniform.
That's cool.
But they wouldn't let me do it on X because they're like, you'll lose your blue check. And I think I only got it because of Ralphie back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I don't lose my blue check. I'm a real person. Now, idiots, landscapers with 5 followers have blue checks. It's not nice. I don't like it at all. We were talking about something off the air, and I wanted to ask you a question, and then my brain just farted.
Who you asking the question to?
Steve Simone, he's here.
Oh.
Yeah, I wanted to ask him about a thing with the stuff, and my brain went.
You were talking about
What is your favorite clubs to work? Like,
well, we're blessed to have so many great clubs in Florida.
Oh,
for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you have side splitters, even in Winter Haven, that little room, LOL. It's
Laugh
such a
Out
good
Lounge. Yeah.
Dude, Snappers in Fort Myers. I was there for Valentine's weekend.
Blast.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Do you live in Tampa?
I live in Lakeland. I moved there for the sheriff.
Yeah, dude.
I was in
Okay.
LA. I was in LA, and I'm like, this place isn't safe. And I had one buddy that I did all this charity stuff with.
Yeah.
I have a whole bit on
Because
that.
that's Polk County.
Oh, that's Polkamania, baby.
You
what
guys
you
don't-
gonna do when Sheriff Grady runs wild on you, brother?
You don't know nothing about Grady Judd.
He's the best.
Dude, he's my absolute favorite. Like
about what's happening in the community.
I'm sorry, I don't know what
dude,
you're
he's the
talking about.
greatest. I have T-shirts. I have his bobblehead. That's why I moved to Polk County.
That is so funny.
100% the reason why I'm there.
That's amazing.
We're over.
Boo.
We gotta go. JP is up next. Steve Simone, love you, buddy. Thanks for
Love
being
you
here.
guys. Thanks
So
for
nice
letting me hang
meeting
out.
you.
See you at Visani's.
Visani, tonight through Saturday. I'll be at Snappers in Fort Myers tonight and tomorrow. Bye-bye.
It's the Mike Calta After Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think.
Makes me feel good.
Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Join 102.5 The Bone and the Mike-O Radio Show live this Saturday starting at noon from Furman Luxury Used Cars on US 19 in Palm Harbor. Come have lunch with us and win tons of prizes, including Busch Gardens tickets, Rays tickets, and more. Go to theboneonline.com for all the info.
When it really matters, choose Farrah & Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world.
Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun, Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
A cat named Mo for All American Gunslingers. July 5th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at All American Gunslingers. Come to the first ever indoor drone shoot. Get your chance to shoot an actual drone. This is a ticketed event. Tickets are available now, but get them while they last. Get tickets at aagunslingers.com. VIP ticket includes food from Grind Truck. There'll be prizes, raffles, and a grand prize for the winner who shoots down the drone in the fastest time. All American Gunslingers on US 19 North in Newport Richey. Rights, safety, freedom, America.
If you've been hurt in an accident, Burnett EPA is here with a quick response. One call, and we're on it. It's